Transparency, day 24. So what to speak about today? A few things. Just woke up yesterday. I had burnt my face big time, being out on a boat in the sun. And a few things actually arising, funnily enough, about transparency, which is great because this whole series has been about transparency, wanting to show up and just share what's happening. And then somebody sent me a message about a radical honesty and was saying how hard it is to be honest, especially in her workplace and in certain situations, but noticing how, like, if she's really honest and really speaks her truth, how that would affect many of her relationships, and in terms of especially colleagues and hierarchies in business and so on. And just made me remember actually for myself at how it reminded me that transparent communication really is freedom. If we're not speaking our truth, then we're lying, and if we're lying, we're keeping ourselves in a cage, and we keep ourselves in these cages because we're actually too scared to be free. And so it just reminded me again of the importance of really our ability to communicate transparently, our ability to speak and share what's really going on for us. And over the years of really doing this, many years now, since 2008, 2009, when I made a decision to no longer lie again and go on this journey, and many things have unfolded. You meet many people that, just think it's so radical and it's crazy and, they couldn't do it. And then we start to notice that how lies are just everywhere. We lie without even realizing that. We call them little white lies, or we don't need to really say this and so on. But at the core, we're lying. And it's not to say that lying's right or wrong. It's just to say that how does it feel when we express and communicate from that place? Does it benefit us? Is it useful? Does it help us? Does it help others? Does it help the collective? Does it help our creativity? And in my experience, all roads to that answer are no. It doesn't. It doesn't help. It doesn't help us to tell lies and not express exactly what's going on for us and what's real for us and how we feel and so on. And even if those feelings change moment to moment, even if our thoughts, which of course we have thousands upon thousands of thoughts coming in, so we only latch on to many of the same thoughts we had yesterday or the week before and so on. So we're even limited in our thinking, and our emotions are like constantly moving, and they're like, I love how Dara describes it. We're like an easel of paints, colors, different colors, and most of the times we just use one or two of the colors of our whole wider range of colorful emotions. So emotions are neither right nor wrong either. They're just expressed or suppressed. And when we suppress an emotion, over time it becomes toxic, and then we can explode and starts to make us feel bad, create disease and unease in our body and our thinking and our mind and so on. And then we get into this like feedback loop of negativity and suppression and toxicity and judgment and expectations and conditions and not being impeccable to our word and assumptions and personalizing, and we just fall into that trap. And then that's how our reality is created. That's how we then engage, and our behaviors come from that place. But when we express our emotions, when we express our truth, when we express our, whatever you want to label them, but anger, laughter, excitement, elevation, elation, frustration, anxiety, when we just allowed to give it life. Emotions are emotions, energy, emotion, emotion, energy, emotion, right? So when we give it life, it's so rich and beautiful and creative and expressive, and we feel more free. And that's our words, speaking our truth, is linked to our emotions and our thinking. So we're so scared to say what we're truly thinking and truly feeling, and then we just keep it all bottled up inside and become these sort of dead people walking around with this toxicity all caught and blocked inside. And then most people go to the graveyard with all their ideas and dreams and thoughts and true thoughts and feelings and truths inside of them. So I always say that the most richest place on the planet is the graveyard, because of how many people have died with their dreams inside of them and their truth inside of them. So yeah, so transparent communication is that really, and that's what's alive for me today, just to speak more about that, and how I also want to continue sharing more about how to. I realized that people don't actually know how to communicate their truth. It's really a lot easier, a lot simpler than the mind and the old programming of lies and deceit and worry and fear would have us believe. So the next series of videos I do after this one actually are going to be more sharing transparent communication and some practices and tools of just how you can start doing that with your loved ones or with your partners or close friends, and start practicing just sharing exactly what's going on inside of you, so that you can realize that it's not scary, and it helps people. And when you speak your truth, you support others to be able to speak theirs. And over time, you also learn ways that really is inclusive. And everyone says to me sometimes, oh yeah, but I feel like I'm going to hurt somebody, or I'm going to hurt their feelings, or it's going to be too harsh or brutal or delivered wrong. And that's all just the first initial fear-based thinking that comes up. But once you've done it a few times, you realize, oh wow, this is actually really beautiful and inclusive and supportive and connective, and wow, so beautiful. So yeah, if you're out there and you're holding in your truth, or you're suppressing your emotions, then today's video hopefully helps you to express them and start practicing speaking your truth. And if that means first by writing it on paper, start writing it down on paper, like morning pages. Every morning just get up and write exactly what's going on inside of you, how you feel, what you're thinking. Start on paper, and then move to creating space where you can start to share with people close to you. And the same with emotions. Maybe first you need to just move them by going to the sea, or going to a swimming pool and splashing the water and going crazy, or bashing a pillow, or screaming to the sky. This is some of the practices we use. And then after that, you can find that balance to then express what's really going on inside of you. Hope this video helps. Let me know if it did. But I made a little shift in my sharing the other day, which come up for me very clearly when I was looking at all the noise that's being shared on social media and other places, that let me just share content that helps, or that's at least going to be my intention, that can help and benefit those that really listen. And of course, I never know exactly what will help and benefit, because I never know who's really listening or watching these videos, but that's going to be my intention from now on. Is this helpful? Is it useful? Let me share it and really sharpen my sword from that perspective, coming from that pure place of love to really help others, because that's what I do best. I'm a supporter. Well, I'm nothing really. I don't exist, but that's a whole nother video. So thanks for listening, and enjoy your life wherever you are. Enjoy the mystery. Dive into the wonder and express your truth. Ciao.